Most people think Gemini is just Google's version of ChatGPT, a box you type into, ask a question, get an answer. It is so much more than that. Gemini is now more than a dozen AI tools stacked into one app. It can research a whole topic for you and hand you a full report with sources. It can build a working website while you watch from a single sentence. It can make images, make music, tutor you like a private teacher, see through your camera, and near the end of this video, I am going to type one sentence and watch it generate a real video with sound. And here is the best part that nobody tells you. Almost all of it is free. I have got the paid pro plan. So as we go through every single feature, I will tell you exactly what is free and what you actually have to pay for. No surprises, no fluff. By the end of this video, you will genuinely use all of Gemini, not the 10% most people are stuck on. Welcome back to AI Walkthrough, the channel where we get fluent in AI together. Grab a coffee, this is the complete one. Let's get into it. Let's start right at the home screen, because there is one thing here that almost everyone misses, and it changes everything. This little menu, right at the top of the message box, that is your model picker. Most people never touch it, and they are leaving Gemini's real power on the table. Let me open it up so you can see all your options. Flashlight is the fastest, built for quick, simple questions. 3.6 Flash is the all-rounder, the one you will live in day to day, and it is completely free. And then there is 3.1 Pro. That one is the heavyweight, built for the hard stuff, advanced math, coding, and deep reasoning. Pro is part of the paid plan, and if you are on free, you will just see a gentle nudge to upgrade when you pick it. There is even an extended thinking mode down here for the really complex problems. Now here is my simple rule. Write this down. Everyday questions, leave it on Flash. It is fast and free. But when something actually needs careful thinking, switch up to Pro before you ask. So let me pick Pro right now and then give it a genuinely tricky logic puzzle to chew on, and I will send it off. Now watch this. Instead of just blurting out an answer, it slows right down and reasons through the problem, step by step. Same box, but a much smarter brain doing the work. So the takeaway for feature 1 is simple. Stop leaving it on the default. Pick the model that matches the job, and Gemini gets dramatically smarter. Now here is where Gemini stops being a chatbot and starts being genuinely useful in your real life. See this plus button right next to where you type? Click it, and this whole menu opens up. This is your upload and tools menu, and we are going to be coming back to it a lot. So remember, it is right here. First up, at the top, upload files, and this is completely free. I will click it and grab a PDF of my desktop, a long 40-page report I honestly have not read yet. There it is, attached and loaded. Now I will just ask it, in plain English, give me the 3 main points from this, and flag anything I should be worried about. And watch, it reads the entire document and answers in seconds. No scrolling, no skimming 40 pages at midnight. You can also pull files straight from your Google Drive with this option right below, and it works with more than documents. Let me open the menu again and upload a photo instead. This screenshot of a confusing error message on my computer, and I will ask, what does this mean and how do I fix it? It actually looks at the image, reads the error, and walks me through the fix step by step. A contract you do not understand, a receipt, a photo of a plant that is dying, a chart from work. You just drop it in and ask about it like you are talking to a smart friend. This one feature, all free, will save you more time than almost anything else in this video. Okay, this next one is all about talking to Gemini instead of typing, and it is completely free. See this little microphone icon on the right side of the box? I will tap that, and now I can just say my question out loud, and Gemini listens, types it out for me, and answers. No keyboard at all. This is perfect for when your hands are busy, when you are cooking, or honestly, just when you are faster speaking than typing. And it gets even better on your phone. In the Gemini app, this turns into a full back and forth conversation called the Gemini Live, where you talk naturally and can even interrupt it right in the middle of a sentence. On mobile, you can also share your camera, point it at something right in front of you, and Gemini can actually see what you are seeing and answer in real time. Point it at a landmark, a broken appliance, a math problem on paper, and just ask. It is like having a knowledgeable friend on a video call. But even right here on your computer, just tapping that microphone to talk instead of type is a tiny change that makes Gemini feel completely different to use. And to be clear, the voice, the conversations, and the camera, all of that is free. Now we go up a serious level. This is the feature that genuinely replaces an afternoon of work, and it is the one I use the most. It is called Deep Research, and you will find it back in that Upload and Tools menu, the plus button. Instead of giving you one quick answer, Gemini goes out onto the live internet, reads dozens of different websites, cross-checks them, and writes you a full structured report. Let me click Deep Research and give it a real task. Research the best budget standing desks in 2026 and give me the pros and cons of each. Send. And look what it does first. It actually shows you its research plan, the steps it is going to take, and then it starts browsing site after site, live right in front of you. This takes a couple of minutes to do properly. So let me talk pricing while it works, because this matters. On the completely free plan, you get 5 of these deep researches every single month, which is plenty to feel how powerful it is. On the Pro plan, that jumps to 120 a day, basically unlimited. And here is a pro tip most people miss. You can upload your own files as sources too. So it researches your documents alongside the web. It is still going, reading through more sources, building the structure. And there it is, a complete, organized report with every claim linked to a real source you can click and verify. That is a personal research assistant. And on free, it costs you nothing. Here is the thing nobody tells you about that research report. It is not the end. It is the beginning. See this canvas option in the same tools menu. Watch what happens when I use it. Gemini takes everything it just researched and turns it into something you can actually interact with. I will ask it, turn this report into a quick quiz so I can test myself on it. And it builds a real clickable quiz right here in the side panel. Multiple choice, I pick an answer and it tells me instantly if I got it right and why. That is how you actually remember what you researched instead of forgetting it in an hour. And it is not just quizzes. I will ask it to turn the same report into an infographic instead. And it lays all the key facts out visually, clean and shareable. It even does audio summaries, and it works in over 45 languages. All of this is free, so follow the flow here because it is powerful. You research a topic, then with one click you turn it into a quiz to learn it, or an infographic to share it. That is going from just reading to actually understanding in a single click. But Canvas does something even wilder, and this is the one that genuinely made my jaw hit the floor. It can build real working things. Let me open a fresh canvas from the tools menu and just describe an app to it in plain English, like I am talking to a developer. I will type, build me a simple tip calculator with a clean, modern design. That is it. No code, no setup, just one sentence. And watch the right side of the screen. It writes the entire thing and shows me a live working preview instantly. And this is not a picture of an app, it is the real thing. I can type in a bill amount, pick a tip percentage, and it actually calculates the total live. And if I want to change anything, I do not touch code, I just ask. I will say, make the main button blue and add a split the bill option. And it rewrites the app and updates the preview right in front of me. Landing pages, calculators, little tools, simple games, personal dashboards. You describe it in a sentence and Gemini builds a working version you can use and share. And I will say it again because it is wild. This is free, and you did not write a single line of code. Now, here is a newer feature that is perfect if you are trying to actually learn something, and it is free. It is called guided learning, and it is right there in the tools menu. Instead of just handing you the answer, Gemini becomes a patient tutor that walks you through a topic step by step. Let me turn on guided learning and say, teach me how compound interest works, like I am a complete beginner. And instead of dumping a wall of text on me, it breaks it into small pieces, checks that I am following, asks me questions, and builds me up gradually, the way a good teacher would. It will not just give you the answer to your homework. It teaches you how to get there yourself. For students, for picking up a new skill, for finally understanding that thing you always found confusing, this turns Gemini from an answer machine into an actual teacher, and it costs nothing. Real quick, if this Gemini walkthrough is helping, tap subscribe so the next one finds you. Alright, let's make something visual. In that same tools menu, there is a create image option, powered by Google's best image model, the one everyone online is calling Nano Banana. I will click create image and just type what I want to see. A cozy coffee shop on a rainy evening, warm golden lights inside, people reading, and it generates it right there in the chat in seconds. But here is the trick almost everyone misses, and it is the best part. You can edit the image just by talking to it. I will say, now make it snowing outside instead of raining, and keep everything else the same. And it changes only that one thing, the weather, and keeps the whole scene intact. No design software, no layers, no scales. You just describe the change. Now the pricing. On the free plan, you get 20 images a day, which is genuinely a lot for most people. On the pro plan, that jumps up to 1,000 images a day. Thumbnails, logos for a side project, social posts, book covers. You just describe what is in your head and watch it appear. And here is one that is brand new. Most people do not even know it exists yet. Right under create image, there is create music. Yes, Gemini can now generate actual music. Let me click it and describe what I want. A calm, warm, lo-fi beat for studying, soft piano, nothing distracting. And it composes a real track for me to listen to from that one description. Change the mood, change the instruments, change the vibe just by asking. Background music for a video, a study playlist, a jingle for your project, or honestly, just for fun. It is early, but the fact that research, images, and now music all live in the same little menu tells you where this is going. Gemini is quietly becoming a whole creative studio. Now let's make a Gemini remember exactly who you are and how you work. This feature is called Gems over here in the sidebar, and it is free. And honestly, it is the single best habit you can build in this whole app. Think of a gem as your own custom, saved version of Gemini, set up once and ready whenever you need it. I will click to create a new gem. First, I give it a name. I will call this one my brand assistant. Then, and this is the important part, I write its instructions one time. I will tell it, you help me write YouTube scripts in a friendly, no fluff, beginner friendly style. You always keep sentences short and you never use jargon. Save. And now, anytime I open that gem, it already knows all of that. I never have to re-explain myself ever again. And you can build a whole shelf of them. One gem for your job that knows your company and your tone. One for studying a specific subject. One for your fitness plan. You set it up once, and from then on, it is like having a trained specialist sitting there on call who already gets it. Here is Gemini's real superpower, the one thing its competitors genuinely cannot match. It does not just live in its own app, it lives inside the Google tools you already use every single day. Now, quick honesty flag, this part mostly needs the paid Pro plan or a Google Workspace account. So if you do not see it on free, that is why. Let me show you. I will open a normal Google Doc and see Gemini sitting right here in this side. I will ask it, write me a first draft of an email to my team about moving our Monday meeting to Wednesday, and it writes the draft straight into the document, ready to edit. Same story over in Gmail. I will open a long, messy email thread, the kind you dread, and I will ask, summarize this whole thread and draft me a polite reply. And it reads every message and hands me both. This is the difference that matters. It is not a separate browser tab you copy and paste from and lose your place. It is right there inside the work you are already doing, in Docs, in Gmail, in Sheets, in Drive. That is what sets Gemini apart. Quick one now that ties directly into my last video. See these notebooks right here in the sidebar? Gemini now plugs straight into NotebookLM, and this is free. If you have not seen NotebookLM, I made a full tutorial on it. Link is up there. When I start a new prompt, I can pull in one of my saved notebooks as a source. So all of those documents, PDFs, and research I loaded into NotebookLM, Gemini can now read and answer from directly, with Canvas, quizzes, and everything else layered on top. Your organized research lives in one place. Your powerful AI assistant is in another. And now they are talking to each other. If you have already built up notebooks full of your own material, this connection makes every single one of them 10 times more useful overnight. Alright, this is the one I promised you all the way back at the start. Gemini can generate video, not a slideshow, not a GIF, real, moving video with sound. It is the create video option in the tools menu, powered by Google's VO model. And I am going to be totally straight with you on the pricing here, because this is the feature where it really matters. On the free plan, you get a limited taste, around 100 credits to play with, enough to try it a couple of times. For the full high quality version, VO 3.1, 5 full videos a day, you want the Pro plan. I am on Pro, so let's do the real thing. I will click create video and I will type just one single sentence. A golden retriever puppy running through a field of wildflowers in slow motion. Warm cinematic lighting. That is the entire input. One sentence. Now this takes a minute or two to render because it is doing something genuinely hard. So while it cooks, think about this. Everything I showed you before this moment, the research, the app building, the images, the music was free. This is the one big feature Pro really unlocks. And here it is. Just look at that. Real footage, smooth slow motion, believable light. And listen, it even generated the sound to go with it. From one sentence I typed in 10 seconds. That is honestly where this technology is right now. And there is one last thing, the newest of all, and this is where Gemini stops waiting for you and starts working for you. Up here you can switch to something called Spark. Spark is an everyday AI agent that runs in the background 24/7 and actually does multi-step jobs for you, like managing your inbox or creating documents without you babysitting every step. I will switch over to Spark and give it a real task, then let it go and work on its own. This is Pro territory, and it is early, but it matters because it is the direction everything is heading. And while we are in power user land, remember deep think from the model picker. That is the reasoning beast for genuinely hard problems. 10 uses a day on Pro. So Gemini is not just a tool you use anymore. It is starting to become an assistant that works while you sleep. So step back and look at everything Gemini actually is now, because it is a lot. It is a chat assistant with a different model for every kind of job. It reads your files and your photos and explains them. It talks to you out loud and can even see through your camera and your screen. It researches entire topics and writes you full reports with sources. It turns those into quizzes and infographics, tutors you step by step with guided learning, and builds real working apps from a single sentence. It creates images. It now makes music. It remembers who you are with gems. It lives inside your Google Docs and Gmail. It connects to your NotebookLM research. It generates real video with sound. And with Spark, it is starting to work for you in the background. And here is your simple cheat sheet to keep. Chat, uploads, Gemini Live, deep research, Canvas, guided learning, Gems, image and music generation, all free. Deep Think, the full VO video, Gemini inside your Google Apps, and Spark. That is where the Pro plan earns its money. That is the whole thing, top to bottom, nothing left out. So here is what I want you to do, and it is just one simple thing. Pick one feature from this video, the one that made you go, oh wow, and go actually try it today for free while it is still fresh in your head. If you are not sure where to start with deep research, throw a real question you have been putting off at it, and just watch it go to work. Then come down to the comments and tell me which one you tried first, because I genuinely read every single comment and they shape what I make next. And if this video helped you get more out of Gemini, do me one favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel more than you could know. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.